have you?
Oh shit!
So yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another podcast of the Decibel Zero Podcast. And yeah, I will be your host, your pathetic host for today. And yo, my beautiful guests, can you introduce yourselves in
Hello,
alphabetical order? In alphabetical order.
Wow. Okay. So
Oh, fuck you.
wait. Are we going by first name or last name?
Amit,
I'll
what
let
is
you.
just go on, man.
I'll let you guys.
Cut me off mid-introduction. Come on, go
Alright.
on.
I'm Shingo Amito. I am an aspiring comic creator. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and DeviantArt and Twitter as Shingo Amito.
Hello, everybody. I'm Warren Thompson. I draw questionable things that may get me arrested in the next 15 years. And yeah, I have plenty of links too that will be provided below after this podcast. Or during, depending if you're a good fan, but that's besides the point. Alright.
So yo, I already have brain fart. Yo, Ahmed, by any chance, did you see a video? Well, no, actually, I saw this video and it was pretty interesting. I don't know if Ahmed did. Ahmed should have, and it's about forcing yourself to do something that you're bad at just because you want to be something. Like
Oh, dang.
Here we go.
and
So peer pressure.
yeah, so yeah, Ahmed, have you saw that video by point of reference?
Nope.
No, okay. So I'm gonna name drop. Forget it. DJ Bro made a video, and ungodly amount I saw the video. I don't know why YouTube just gave it to me, and I found it kind of interesting, and because I have the opposite view of him, but I not complaining his point of view either. Because in that video he was just talking the whole time. And it's basically saying like he was explaining he wanted to be a filmmaker, but he could never force himself to go out and learn how to make film.
Oh my gosh, that's the video I just posted.
God damn it!
I did see
Oh
it. I did see this video.
man! Hey yo, can you explain it better than me then? Before I butcher it.
got it so
No,
far,
because you were hitting him like on the head.
Yeah, you were banging it on the head, man. Then you took his girlfriend out to eat. Oops.
And basically, he was saying that a lot of people want to make comic books and be writers, but they don't do the steps, or they hate the process of doing that. And he's saying, is that even necessary? And he goes about saying that he wanted to be a movie, he wanted to make movies, be a film director, but yet he could never do the steps. It was painful for him. He simply couldn't. But he loved writing stuff about he actually likes and care about, and something more like logical than being expressive with the arts. And I found that pretty interesting because he made a business out of it, and he's like, oh, I'm doing what I like to do, and that's okay. And he never gave an answer, but it made me feel like he was saying do what you like to do, and if it's physically hard for you to do something, or physically you don't want to do it, just don't do it and find something you love. Me personally, I'm against that, because if you have a dream, you want to be something, you're gonna want to fight for it, or you're gonna want to do everything possible to achieve your dream. Maybe that was not your dream to begin with, if it's so difficult, but the whole process of work is going to work. No one actually likes their jobs. Well, for the most part, no one likes their jobs, but they still go in day after day, start getting good at it, because you need to get paid, you need to live. I feel like if you want to fight for your dream, you should have the same gusto as you go about your whole life. And I kind of disagree with what he was saying. But like, it makes sense if you're your own boss. If you're your own boss, you could do whatever you want. You could make the company or the project rotating for what you like, and that makes sense. But if you work in the real world and you're not your own boss, you have to enjoy the act of doing everything else. Not really enjoy, but you just have to do it if you like it or not. Ahmed, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, kind of. So I think the underlying thought behind what Digibro said was more so like the reason why he didn't want to waste, in his words, waste time pursuing things that he liked versus things he was good at was because um, it was exactly that. It was a waste of time. And the idea I think he was trying to imply it was that life is limited, time is limited. So if you're going to utilize your time to an effort that may or may not pan out, that you will feel a lot of regret for that. So you should probably focus on, something where you inherently are good at because you don't need to force yourself to work with it. Now, taking it back in context of what you were saying, say you get like a 9 to 5 job at some company or something, and you're doing that during the day. That doesn't mean that because you're doing the 9 to 5 job, it's a waste of time if you're doing the other thing on the side. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just that Digibro happened to turn it into a career, but it can work even if it's not a career. So if you really like, drawing comics in your spare time and it's effortless to do so, pursue it. I think that was the point of his video.
Well, it's separate what I'm trying to say. Um, yes, it sounds beautiful the way you said it, but the way I understood is that like I want to make comic books, but I'm bad at making comic books. I don't want to work to make comic books. I don't want to work how to draw. I don't want to work how to make a story. So I'm just gonna give up and not do my dream. That's what I understood, and that's where I don't like that mentality of it.
You
Yeah.
know, man, I had a dream we were talking about this in the podcast. Anyways,
Yo, buy a lottery ticket.
I'm a firm believer of, instead of just like, people are always like, oh, I'm gonna do comic books, and then we tend to naturally put this goal in our head. Oh, I like comic books, might as well be published, might as well work for Marvel, DC, might as well be in the New York Times bestsellers. But I tend to believe that it's good to try different things to try to carry all those experiences back into what you inherently like, right? Like, for example, I'm going to use fighting games because that's what I do here. And like Smash Brothers. I main Lucina, but I have a hard time spacing or maybe being more offensive. So I switch to Captain Falcon or Fox to work on my footsies with them. Oh, what about dealing with projectile characters? Oh, I'll work with maybe Kirby or something, or Palutena, and then all of that experience from going to different avenues, like quenching my curiosity, and then carrying it all back to my core love for that certain thing. I think it's better off to be well-rounded rather than fucking peak in one direction. Um, And yeah, it's like, that's what life is, honestly. It's like, here lies Bob. He was a great writer, but he was shit at everything else. Or, here lies Fred. Freaking, he climbed to the Swiss Alps. He climbed Mount Everest. He didn't get all the way up there, but he liked the view from halfway. And it's just like, filling all the gaps you can't experience in life to kind of broaden your perspective. And for comic books, that's pretty important, because if you're drawing from one type of niche of experience for yourself, or writing or whatever, I don't know. I think it tends to be, it's cheating yourself. And if life is limited, like you guys said, I'm like, why not just kind of expand, use your resource, be a little bit resourceful with your time. But yeah, I'm done. But fuck Digi, bro.
You have anything to you have anything to add?
No, I'm just thinking like I understand what Warren's saying, and I do agree with it, but the thing with me, and maybe this is just me, but I can't get over the fact that I don't think that's what Digibro was getting at. I think he actually agrees with everything Warren just said, and to an extent, I think he agrees with what Tony said too. I go back to the fact that I think he just thinks that if something isn't coming easily to you, and by easily he means this: if you're not just subconsciously going to your desk to draw, if you want to make comics, then it's probably not worth pursuing. You can't have feel forced to go sit at your table and draw. You can't feel forced to sit down in front of your computer and write something if you are trying to be a writer. You can't be forced to go outside, or you can't try to force yourself to go outside and film stuff in order to become, a filmographer or whatever he was saying. But if it happens naturally, in the sense that if you one day just wake up and you're like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to draw today, and it doesn't take much effort to make that decision, that's how you know that that's something you should be focusing on.
It's something you inherently work on. And yeah, and it's like, and just because Digibro said it doesn't mean it's complete truth for everyone, because everyone's different. Because some people are into the whole, like, forcing yourself, working on your discipline. And if I want to do it, I want to train my mentality to just go in it whenever I want. And a lot of people kind of just lazily wait for that to trigger. And it's like, oh, I guess I don't feel like running today. I'm just going to go stay home and smoke pot because nothing's triggering because it's not working. And that's what I feel how it is for a lot of people. And yeah, the natural part, but yeah, but that's one of the beautiful things about life, because you never know when your friend's going to call you and be like, yo, you want to play golf? Oh, it's like 7 p.m. or whatever. And then you go, and then you're like, oh, shit. Night golf is the best. I don't see where the ball's going. I'm just hitting shit. This is great. It's like maybe the next day you realize you didn't even get close to the hole, but it was fun. And yeah, it's just like life. Like if you have trouble pushing yourself in that direction to, I don't know, learn something you're struggling with or kind of get closer to your dreams, sometimes life leads you in a completely different path, and then later down the line you realize, oh wait, that kind of pushed me forward in the direction I wanted to go. In the end, the more knowledge you get, like, are you worse off with all that?
Yep.
Okay,
so
what?
No, I was just going to say, like, to piggyback off of that, I'm sorry, when were you going to speak?
No. I just,
that attitude!
I don't think I was going to get attitude.
No, I just said, fuck Digibro.
Of course, you always say that. Just like a Mume, but that's besides the point.
Mume! Just talk on it.
No,
Kill me.
I feel that is also important. You need to be honest with yourself at all times, but you can't regret the decisions you've made. So if you decide to go down the path of being a movie director, and you realize somewhere down the line that you're forcing yourself to do it, and that you really didn't want to do it in the end, it's okay to switch paths and choose something else that interests you more. But to think that was a waste, that's not true, because what I've found is that when you decide to push yourself, even if it's only a little bit, in any path in life, that carries over to the next path you decide to choose as well.
Yeah.
So don't regret it. Even if it's not coming easily to you, and sort of you're trying to push your way through it, and you keep going until you hit a wall, and you keep hitting that wall over and over again, and at some point you're like, I have to give up. Don't regret that struggle, because that struggle can help you somewhere else.
Exactly. And a lot of time, these goals in the end tend to be, I want to get famous. And what's fame? It's not fame is something that requires other people to be involved to know who you are. And I think that goal is kind of outside of yourself. Like, oh, people will know me. Who the fuck cares?
Exactly.
That's an external gratification. That is just whatever, all right? What are you gaining? Oh, more people know where you live. People could stalk you. People could target you. People you love. And it's just like, one thing I realized, when I remember in high school, people always tell me, oh, Warren, if you keep at this, maybe you'll be in the Olympics or whatever in track. And I'm like, I guess. But then I realized that I don't like competing, like, on that level in track. I like racing kids from stop sign to stop sign in my neighborhood. That's fun, but the Olympics, I'm like, eh. Then when I'm thinking about drawing, oh yeah, if that doesn't work, you can always make money doing comics. You just gotta get good, fam. I'm just like, what's that gonna do me? What, merchandising? People make a shitty adaptation of my anime. Fucking video games run at like 2 frames per second, and then people are like, "Oh, it's not as good as the manga," or vice versa.
Oh,
and then I realized that if I ever wanted to be like famous in something, I'm actually leaning towards professional fighting games, because that's where I get my kick. That's where I'm like, it's all a mental game and everything. I meet new people whenever I compete with people, and it's just like it's like a lot of people say it's a conversation. And yeah, like going to Evo and everything, you get nothing but connections and you're learning, and it's like a giant like freaking like bank of like information like frame data, matchups, and all that fighting game lingo that no one will understand watching this podcast. But yeah, it just took me that long to realize like if I wanted to do the shameless famous route for something, it would probably be fighting games, to be completely honest with myself. And kind of going back to what Amit said about peer pressure, kids, like for anyone who's watching this, think about all the times you made a goal for yourself, and then think about the root of that and what led to that. Did your friends say, hey, you're good at singing, maybe you should go for American Idol or something? Hey, you're good at whatever, maybe you should do for this. And think about it, and then try to just turn everything off and just think to yourself like, yo, what do I want to do? It's the running thing on this podcast, I tell you, but that's a really important factor because, like I say, no one's going to be in the ground but you in the end. So you are important. It's not selfish. It's mandatory. You need to know more about yourself. But yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, and I think that every single time you hit a wall, you're learning more about yourself. It's never going back to the whole. It's not a wasted effort. Like you shouldn't regret it because you're just learning more about yourself. But yeah, go Tony. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, and that was like my point because I understand that he wasn't really making a line in the sand and saying this is wrong, this is right. He was just giving his own personal opinions, but from his um, life experience. But I just saw the video and I'm like, this is giving everyone that has a fear, everyone that is lazy, a excuse to not follow their dreams, not to push through and be awesome. And that may not be what he was meant to say or his message, but that's how other people are going to take it. I'm not good at this. Let me just do what I'm good at. And to explain that, kind of like the theme of this podcast is fear, and I'm gonna use me as a sample, and this is gonna look pretty bad, but whatever. YOLO. Um, I love children's books. That's what I really like. I wish I could write books. That's my dream. I really enjoy that, but I'm good at drawing. In my whole life, I've been labeled the guy that draws. So I'm like, okay, let me do comic books. Let me do this. Let me do that. But what I really enjoy and what I really would love to aspire is writing books. But I'm not going to do that because I have a fear, and that underlying fear is causing me to make comics. And I'm okay with that, but like, is a weakness inside me, and I'm letting that weakness grow and spread and stuff like that. And I don't want to spread that same weakness to other people. So when I see lectures like this, like just do what you're good at and forget about the rest. If it's hard, just give up. It's a waste of time. And I'm like, sounds so defeated in my head. And I'm like, that's the type of mandate that I was taught growing up, and it's just hurt me. So I just wanted to bring that up and have this kind of discussion because of it. Because that's why I feel like you're giving up and you're going with it easy. And there's something to say when you're pleasuring yourself. Are you really doing art when you're just pleasuring yourself versus actually going out and doing something um, more productive, which is doing something different? Because when you're doing something that you're good at, that's exactly what you're doing. You're just pleasuring yourself. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. I don't find the beauty in just doing what you're good at versus what Warren said or whatnot, going out of your boundary and actually building up new skills in life and just adding those new skills and getting better and better and better versus just keep on doing the same thing that you're good at.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the end of my rant.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. Like working when a few construction guys were working on this building I was at for polishing the marble, and I see like electricians getting ready to retire. They've been doing it for 50 years. And they said, and they always tell me when they're talking to my boss and everything, like, oh, I wanted to do this, but hard times, couldn't afford school, whatever, couldn't get into that. So being an electrician was easy, easy money. Did it for 50 years, consistency, and then bam. And I agree with what Tony says, man. It's like I don't want to be a specialist for all that time. Then I retire. I don't want to be like that cog in the wheel, like that cog in the machine. Like it's pretty depressing. To be completely honest. Like
Uh,
here's Jim. He's a lawyer. That's all he is. No, he wanted to play rugby, but that shoulder. Yep,
That should have kept them back.
that shoulder kept him back. His coach said you'll never be able to go 100% again, and then just stop. And something I was thinking about for over the past few weeks, and it's just like, because some people watching this podcast may be confused, like, oh, what is my thing when I'm having fun? Like, what is my purest form of like entertainment for me, or what is my thing? And it's just like you gotta really think, like, if all the external elements were out of the way, the audience, the want for success, the money, the rent, all that. Think about which one goes the farthest if no outside obstacles or any kind of stimulation was out of the way. Which one would be the farthest? Would it be drawing, whatever, running, exercising, playing video games? Fuck, sightseeing? Like, you really gotta think.
I don't know. There's something to be said about that because I don't think even specialists are truly just specialists.
Yeah, we don't know their outside life, but yeah.
Yeah, so I think when somebody's called a specialist, it's just a societal term put on them. But there's no one person who's ever just good at one thing, or even interested in one thing. Let's go there because being good at one thing, you can't really talk about without specifics. But interest in multiple things always exists.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that just to bring a little bit of a counterpoint, I don't feel that specializing in one thing is necessarily a bad thing. I just feel like it's a way to get through life, and it doesn't define you. If you specialize in something, you're not defined by your specialization. And for some reason, my mind went to that when I heard you guys talking about specializations.
But that's not what I meant. I meant more like cellaring down and going for your second goal or what's just settling for second best. Not
Yeah.
going for first best. Not going for what your dream is. Just sticking with what you're good at because other people say you're good at it. And just going with the flow and going with what's easy. I don't really mean specialize as in, yeah, if you love something, you love building Gundams and you become a master at it. I don't mean that. I mean like just being a math teacher because you're not good at art.
And then I would try and follow up with that by asking a question. Then, so what is wrong with that? Why is that so bad? Shooting for second place.
Because you're not following your dream. You're giving up before you actually gave it a try.
So then let me ask you, why is giving up bad?
Giving up is bad because in life you're gonna keep on giving up, and um I don't know how to say this. Your life is not gonna be a happy one because you're always giving up. You're never gonna get the girl that you deserve. You're never gonna have the job that you deserve. You're never gonna have the car you deserve. You're not gonna have the life that you could have if you just tried and show up. You're simply gonna stay in your little apartment, paying rent, never buy a house, never own a nice car and whatnot because you're never gonna push and do something awesome. That's why giving up is bad. Because when you give up one time, you're gonna give up another time, you're gonna give up another time, and your whole life is just gonna be giving up. And at that point, you're not climbing the ladder of success. And for people to be happy, they have to climb some kind of ladder.
You
And you're
think?
just holding the ladder there for and seeing everyone else going up and going up.
And it depends, for me anyways, the reasons why you give up. If it's because someone told me, or something like that, or some kind of external reason, then that's something I don't agree with. That's something that hits a lot home for a lot of people. And if you're gonna quit because someone told you, because they're probably talking from experience of giving up a lot, it's gonna be a domino effect. People constantly telling them to give up because they gave up, and they're like, "Oh, it's natural, right? Just give up. Just stick with at what you're good at." And then we go to another thing which we talked about are the labels of good and bad, and the fact that there are levels and everything of people's skills and everything, and it's like it's all ridiculous. But in the world of money and efficiency, it must be done. So, yuck.
Yeah.
It's
I,
something.
I think the point I was trying to also bring up was that I don't know
Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. Walk it off. Walk it off, son.
really, Tony. Come on, let me finish what I'm saying at least. Um, I think that the aspect of giving up is just automatically given a negative connotation. And I think Warren helped a lot by specifying, like, if you're giving up because people told you to give up, that's in my opinion uh, upsetting to me, because I don't think you should let other people's opinions sway your own opinion, because your own opinion is forged through your own life experiences. It has value. Um, but
Mhm.
I do think that if you give up for a reason that you've determined for yourself, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, you
And,
realize
and
like. Mhm.
and my thing is, I know this is not Digi's bro's attempt when he made the video,
Mhm.
but a lot of people could take it as Digi bro telling them, "Give up. Just stick with what you're good at." And that
Yeah,
was my issue with the video.
I'm not denying that at all. And I can totally see with that. Actually, if you look at the comments of that video, there's a lot of people that actually thought that. Um,
Like I
so
said, I don't read. I'm gonna go back and read that because I'm gonna see it.
you're justified in that. I was just trying to expand the topic beyond the video. So I don't think I'm just going to repeat myself if I say it. But yeah, I don't think giving up is bad in every single situation.
And
Oh
then
yeah, because that's life. Life is always setbacks, but you know, in yeah, we're actually repeating ourselves now. Never mind. What's up?
yeah,
What's up?
but yeah, definitely, and it makes me think like with dreams and everything, the concept of dreams and always push forward for your dreams, and it's just like what I'm starting to think now is that dreams are just basically a road sign, and it tells you to move forward here till maybe a setback happens, and then a new road sign will pop up to guide you in a new direction, maybe. Um, because I think dreams are always temporary. I don't think there are a lot of people who are like, this is my one dream. That's it. And as with the human mind, it's always evolving, it's always adapting to its surroundings. And thusly, I think for a lot of people, um, the dream adapts as well and it evolves as curiosity grows and experiences are had, all that. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But
I mean, just to give like maybe a personal anecdote, I when I was growing up, especially in the younger teenage years, I was introduced to a lot of different things I could have chosen to be my hobby. Like my parents actually paid for private guitar lessons, and they gave me a guitar, and they're like, "Listen, here's an instrument. You can learn to play it, and you can put in the effort you want to put into it, but this is on you." And so I took the guitar, and for 7 years, I got these private lessons, and I sort of went through the steps to learn how to play. At the same time, I was also dabbling in art and writing. And what I realized upon graduating high school and moving into my dorms for college was I like music, but I don't like it enough to want to play it. So at that point, I made a decision. I gave up on music and pursuing music further, and I made a decision that I was just going to focus on artwork, because whereas I wasn't good at it, I really wanted to do it, and I always found myself at my desk drawing. And I know this sounds a lot like Digibro, but like this actually did happen to me, and that's why I chose to do art. So I gave up on something, and I sort of chose another thing, and that's where I find myself now. And I don't regret that decision one bit, because everything I learned in music, ironically enough, has sort of worked in my favor when it comes to learning how to do art, and the same techniques I learned to learn music, to learn theory, to learn notes, I'm applying to learning topics like perspective foreshortening and anatomy. So it's just an interesting kind of correlation I can make.
But I do have to point out that it's not really applicable to what we're talking about, for the fact that the music part was given to you by your parents. It wasn't something you actively went out searching for.
That's not true.
Well,
because well, I didn't give enough context maybe, but I had been dabbling with instruments when I was a kid too, and when I was in elementary school, I actually asked them if I could play the viola. When we moved to the place where my parents are at currently, there was no orchestra in the school, so I could no longer play viola, and so that's why the guitar was brought into question. Because they're like, "Do you want to play guitar?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love to learn."
But your parents suck. You're playing the Urola, and they gave you a guitar.
Again, there's no orchestra, and there was no private lessons that could work in my favor to continue playing viola. So I got the guitar, and ironically, like this also happened in college, where when I wasn't playing guitar, I was starting to learn to play piano. This was because I took piano classes for credit in college, and even that I dropped off after I was done with the classes.
Man, but we know the truth. We know the truth.
Man, Amit, you ain't kidding, bro. I was like, soccer was my first love, soccer and football. And when I went to the orientation, it's like, nope, you can go to cross country. Though, what the fuck is cross country? You just run off. I guess running's cool. And then track. Like, oh, they're fast black people? Oh, this is going to be great.
Oh, man.
And then I just stuck with me. And then when I tried to join football, they're like, Warren's fast, but he's light as shit. He'll die out there. Like,
you get body.
I can do it, please. It's like, nope. You're a track man now. And then, fuck that.
And then
people are like, oh, you can be Usain Bolt, you just gotta try. I don't wanna!
Yo, that's why you play fighting games, because you live vicariously through them.
Because it's... fuck you. I think fighting games is one of the things where I just pushed to get good at, but the aesthetic and, like, finding a character, you, like, really hit that. Because I was so into with the art style, and, like, fighting games helped me, like kind of get a better establishment with movement and like emotion and everything and impact, and it really helped when I'm doing gestures or doing storyboards for my art and everything and my animations. And it's just like, then I was like, lo and behold, I look on Steam, 463 hours of Skullgirls, and I'm like, oh. Then I look at the leaderboards, like, I guess I'm okay. Then I go to Smash Brothers, and for how long was it? 4 or 5 months, I was like, oh, I'm getting wins finally. And then freaking later on, I was like, okay, I'm starting to see the meta game now. And it's just like, I stuck with it. Because maybe my connection with art, and I love great design characters, and I love good music playing when you're beating the crap out of someone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a lot of people kind of see like the Shonen Jump aspect, like, oh, Naruto, I want to be Hokage, and through all trials and tribulations, I'm gonna be Hokage. Fucking, okay, yeah, suffer for your dreams, kids, suffer. When your nose is in the dirt, keep pushing. And that's what pushes for a lot of people. A lot of people don't have that discipline. It's nuts.
That desire, like they're simply born without that desire.
And if it doesn't work out for them, when I see a lot of in anime, they don't have a contingency plan. They just sit in their room and you see that pose that they have where they're kneeled over, their head between their knees, and like their face is all cross-hatched out and they're depressed as shit. Like, it's over. And then another plot point comes and is like, no, you can try again! And then the next arc starts. But imagine like if it was like correct me if I'm wrong, because you're more versed in anime that's not about little girls than me. So I rarely see an anime where it's like, you failed at your main goal you established. Try going to another path. Like, it starts out as a fighting manga, whatever you want to be. Yeah, Karate Punch Joe. And he wanted to punch everybody. but he realized you have to kick too, and he's like, "Fuck that."
Well,
So
I think under the dog,
Yeah, I was just about to say that. That's
they failed at what they're supposed to.
pretty much
with what?
under the dog.
According to what I said, what? Give me some points. God.
I quit failing what they set out to do. Like Hana failed. She thought she was saving the savior. It turns
But
out
I
it just
didn't
another
finish my point yet. Now I want to see Karate Punch Joe being like, I want to be a baker. Then the manga switches, and it's about baking. And he uses the karate punches to knead the fuck out of that dough. Like, that would be... for me, I would love that. I'm like, I'm uncomfortable, but I will adapt.
I think you'll be the only person though.
I probably will, which is why shit stain will be the freaking shittiest part of Barrage too. Oops, did I say that out loud? But it's okay.
It's
But-
confirmed.
But yeah, man. Man, fucking Hana, her ass got fucking.
She got Buddha scoop, man.
Okay, under the dog discussion. Man, fuck!
Hey, no. Let's finish around the dog. I actually want to say two more things. The last thing with Digibro that I kind of disagree, but like I said, he was just saying his point of view. But like he was saying that he doesn't like going out. The place he wants to be in is in his room, surrounded with the things he loves. Other people, depressed people, will see that and be like, yes, I want to stay in my room. I want to be just like Digibro. I'm not gonna leave my room. And I was super depressed for like 5 years and whatnot. I'm not gonna go into that, but if you dissect that, that's not going to be good for your health in any way. And also, this is what people do for capital punishment. Not capital, but punishment. People go to jail and they get stuck in a room. When people misbehave in jail, they get stuck by themselves in the room. And you're pretty much doing that to yourself. You're closing yourself off from the world, stuck in your room, and that's not a good thing. I'm not saying that, yeah, your room is your safe haven and whatnot, but leave the house. Every time I'm being forced to leave the house, I don't regret it. I have fun and whatnot. And it's not a healthy thing telling people, stay in your room, it's awesome! Be just like me.
Yeah, like...
But Digibro never says be just like me.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, people could take it as that, and
Yeah.
I found that like a really sickening to my stomach, that because that's a form of self-torture, closing yourself off the world with your little room. You will literally go insane, and I think Digibro is going a little bit insane. That's why he's making these more intimate videos. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that either because
Yeah, but that's one thing I do agree with Digibro's videos. I didn't see this new one, but I do like his last one. He kind of takes little moments to say, now find out what works for you. And he says it in a few videos, and I do appreciate that. That's the best way to teach someone. Just say, I can't teach you. You must learn more about yourself, because I don't know you. I just see what I see, but I don't know what's inside.
which is why I have a problem with tutorials, but we won't talk about that here, will we?
Which is why I have a problem with Kabaneri, but that's besides the point.
Well, you have a problem with everything about Kabaneri, particularly Mume. I'm going to keep bringing up Mume if you keep...
Fuck Mume, Alvin! I can't wait to kill off Fu with a tractor.
You say that now, but she's going to be the only character to survive to the end.
Alvin, someone...
Why Fu? Why you have to take it on Fu? She did nothing wrong.
It'd be boring to kill Mitago.
No, see, because Warren knows I like Fu and Mitago, and so any type of pain he can inflict on his characters will be inflicted upon me as well.
Oh my god.
I know how vindictive you are, Warren. Don't think you can hide it.
I know Amit, which is why we all read each other.
No, forget it. I know how vindictive Amit could be.
Oh, yo, you don't even know the half of it. You haven't seen me angry even once.
Oh my god. Yeah, we have.
No, you haven't. Not truly angry.
Well,
you have true Amit, but you don't know true anger.
I need to download that update.
Zen next level anger. No, I'm sorry, Tonica.
The last thing I wanted to talk about was, okay, you could be in a group of friends and have the same interests, like the same genre of anime, but in reality you do not like the same thing. And my perfect example for that is I was gonna work with a comic book with Jerry from J Incorporated. What was their podcast called?
J Talk.
Yeah, the J from J
Call
Talk.
out. Just go on.
I was gonna make a comment with the guy from J Talk, and I like the Avengers story and whatnot, and we're like, yeah, he said a cool ass story, and I loved it. And when we actually sit down and work on it, we were throwing down ideas, and it's gonna be something together. We're gonna merge our both ideas and make something awesome. And then we started clicking, and we found out. Well, I found out. I don't know if he did that though the idea I have that we thought we were on the same page, we thought we liked the same things, but in the end, I like I like characters that they have to personally come to terms with whatever they did and forgive themselves and find enlightenment within themselves. He, Jay, likes a character that's broken but goes around the world, uses that experience to change everyone around them, to make everyone else better. And I like with a character focusing to make themselves better. And it's so weird that it could be the same franchise, but we still have two different outlooks of that same franchise. And I wonder if you guys have anything like that similar.
Oh yeah. You know, it makes you realize who I got along with the most and why. And it's like the theory says opposites attract. Like tends to be like when you just solely make friends based on, oh, you like anime too? All right, we're friends. They're like, we talk about Gurren Lagann for 2 days and then we're done. That's it. Bye. It was clean yourself off when you go. But
Walk of shame.
yeah, but yeah, my best friend, my first relationship, it's all things where they taught me about different sides of people. And I learned from that, and I was engaged. And it's like, not to be a dick, but it's like other human interaction. It's like stimulation. If you're going to be constantly talking about stuff that you can experience yourself, like, why the fuck? Like, you're going to get bored eventually. Yeah, I played Street Fighter V this weekend. I did too. Alright, I'm gonna hang up now. Okay. But if you talk to someone, yo! I jumped off a gorge into a waterfall! Oh shit, weren't you scared? Nah, man! And it's just like, yeah, you gotta talk to different people with different interests sometimes. And it's kind of goes back to with fear. We tend to, out of fear, we ignore people like the black people walking in the elevator of it. And they could have great Smash Brothers players. We really missed out
Yeah,
on
maybe
that.
they're just doing a slumber party with all those pillows. I don't know.
Well, if it's a bunch of white guys with like, oh god, I'm super racist right there. with like a Yoko poster, and they're all holding katanas. We're going to that elevator. They're boring as shit because they actually like Nisekoi fucking assholes.
Which ended coincidentally, but that's besides the point. Yo, I just wanted to put this out there because I thought it was hilarious. You guys didn't bring it up, but the whole entire like multiple perspectives on the same thing. Tales of Hysteria and our waifu wars. Like anybody? Come on.
I don't understand. You're gonna have to give me more context.
Tony, you always need more context. This is
Like
the problem
different
with you.
reasons why, like we were all experiencing Zestiria, but there were different points that kept us hooked on it. Like
Yes.
mine was Alicia and Simone, Tony was Edna and her sperm boots, and Amit was just trash. But
You mean Rose? She has a name,
Yo, Rose is the most boring character in that whole story.
Yo, she's got 2 knives. She's got a really outgoing personality, and she's freaking got short red hair. I'm sad.
But her story is so boring.
No, it's not. She's part of an assassin. Dude, that's the stuff I eat up. She's part of an assassin's guild. And she's the one. She's the one who meets out the justice like 99% of the time. She's the killer of the group. Like, come on, bro.
She's not the killer.
She is. So Ray
don't
sits
get
there and starts pondering about whether or not this guy is actually good or not. She's like, I'm just gonna kill him.
And don't get me started on the property known as Full Metal Alchemist and our different views on that.
Yeah, I mean, like the Brotherhood versus original debate's been going on for a very long time.
Like we talk about more about debating rather than we all collectively say, yeah, I like Full Metal. No, we break down the things we don't like about it more times than we talk about things we like about it. Because it's more engaging to know what you don't like about something we initially said that we really loved. Like Dragon Ball Z. No one knows who Mystic Gohan is. but
Because we don't care enough.
I do want to derail the conversation because man, Full Metal Alchemist is not gonna happen here, man. There's
No,
separate podcast, separate podcast.
we've done that too often. It's just gonna
No,
be us repeating
the
ourselves.
thing is like we'll probably gain like 100 subscribers because we'll get so salty and like the internet feed from the south, but nah, it's not the podcast. Okay, anyone actually read Bleach?
Yeah, the
Bleach
recent chapter.
isn't over yet. It ends next week.
Yeah, which I thought was funny because everyone thought this would be the last chapter.
Yeah, Josh even said it last night, the last second. But yeah, Bleach is Bleach. He's pulling one of these spoilers, kids. Do you guys care? I don't know.
No, not at all. I'm kind of sad that they gave Rukia long hair again, but then again, that's just me.
This nigga named Kubo was like, last chapter, Ichigo slashes him in half, Bleach style. Like, oh, will he come back 10 years later? Man, fuck you, Kubo.
Yo, I don't know. Ewok, Yahweh,
Ewok.
Bach, Yuha,
I
Yuha
just
Bach.
say Yuha
Okay.
Bot.
Yeah. So he actually died when Ichigo cut him in half.
No,
Even
no,
though
his spiritual pressure still. I know Kubo. He's gonna say, you're all in my illusion.
Oh, no.
I'm hoping he'll do that. Oh man, it's Kabaneri all over again. He's not.
And
gonna
then
do
you
that.
just see Nell dead on the ground in her child form.
Oh my god. Stop.
It's okay, Warren. I mean, all your waifus die. Look at
Yo,
Simone.
little Nemu is gonna be wife though.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I
I
saw
still
that.
got
I
him.
was like, this is Warren material.
We gotta work fast, boys. We don't know where the other wives are. 10 years in the future, they could have all been dead. But yeah, yes, kids, Bleach isn't over, so take your breaths, you know. You don't have to switch over to Boku no Hero yet, you savage bastards.
Hey, Boku no Hero is pretty good though.
And,
Yo, 13 decibels. I'm still super salty, man.
welcome
No,
to
there's another 13 coming
Like, but we have to wait for next year, or is it coming straight away?
next year.
That's bullshit, man.
This is not One Punch Man with 12.
I don't care about One Punch Man.
It's okay, Tony, I was talking to myself.
Speaking
guys-
of which, apparently they got into the arc where Fubuki actually does something, so I'm pretty happy about that.
In the manga?
And the Yusuke Murata manga, yeah.
Oh, she's getting her ass whooped right now, Amit.
Yeah, I know, but this is the start of when she's actually doing
okay.
stuff. Like
She's
before,
getting
she was
whooped
just like
right
one of
now.
those side characters who just happened to be in conversations with him during important events. But
Thanks, Saitama.
but I think it's starting to devolve. I don't know if they got past the introduction of Garo, and if he's the main force yet. But I'm looking forward to it.
He's just in the mists, you know.
Like he always is.
One Punch Man, ladies and gentlemen.
Better than Mume.
So yo.
Oh yes, it is. Still love her.
So guys, underneath the dog, how do you guys feel about that? You guys torrented that shit, like illegally.
We didn't torrent it. It was on
It's
YouTube.
on YouTube before it was taken down.
Wait, it was taken down?
It's gonna be.
Oh, most likely.
Like a backer put it up probably, and then, or his friend. Don't put it up anywhere. Yeah, I promise. Hey, fuck that nigga.
Or a friend of the friend's backer.
So.
But yeah. So we got about 11 minutes, 12 minutes.
Oh no, you guys don't want to talk about underneath the dog?
Do you want to talk about it? I thought we already brought it up.
Yeah, talk about your points, and that'll probably light our sparks.
Oh no, I got nothing. I'm tired.
Oh no, I got nothing too, except I liked it. I was
Yo, okay, okay.
surprised.
Okay, do you guys have any fears that you guys keep close?
Oh boy.
Well, Warren knows about one of them. Frickin', let's see. What's a fear I have? I don't have a fear of heights, which is interesting. I thought I would. My dad has a fear of heights, though. Did you say specifically when working, Tony?
No, it's just fears. I don't know. We should just be like, yo, this is Barrage, blah 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 blah, and like call it a day.
Well, birds and elevators for me.
Oh, speaking of which, that's
Wait,
another thing.
okay, yo, Warren, you don't have fears of being rejected by a girl?
Not really. Like,
So what is your fear for the female?
This is specific.
Being in another unhealthy relationship? I don't know.
That's
Friends?
not a fear. It's something you find out over time. I'm
It's
not.
not. Yeah, it's just. Like when it comes to
That
girls.
is a fear, Ahmed. All right. Ahmed, what is your fear with the female race?
Fear that I actually like them.
And
Whoa.
is it the fear that the control it gives them because of that?
Uh, Kind of. Well, this goes into the whole topic of when I was discussing with a mutual friend of ours the idea and the concept of an open relationship because I haven't been in a relationship, so I guess knowing what that's like and kind of um, then having to make a decision about that kind of scares me. But that's about all I got,
That's so fucking random.
isn't it?
That's why we're still friends. We're still learning shit.
Yo, Gurren Lagann, man. Whoo,
No.
Ivan?
Why are we talking about Gurren Lagann?
Because Simon got fucking rejected.
No, he didn't actually. Yoko never. Oh wait, Yoko did in that episode when she piloted the Gurren. I forgot.
She,
Oh.
and then the realm of existence and the laws of the anti-spy rejected him and said, need a Buddha Bop recycle bin.
Do you even remember what I'm talking about, Warren? Because you guys tell me you don't even rewatch the first half.
I know what you're talking about.
Who you think you're talking to?
People who don't watch the first half over and over again, they just watch the second half or the last 20 minutes of Lagann.
Yeah, but I still remember it, Alvin.
Oh, I don't know about that, guys. I think you're rusty.
I remember enough.
Remember the name.
I remember that Hardy mechanic, yo. Whoo.
Boy, that bathhouse and almost seeing Common as schlong.
I forget about that overhyped festival. I hate that shit.
Yo,
Well,
Buto is the perfect censor for that, but that's besides the point.
It's about that little church community.
Man, that overhyped ass.
Yo, that old guy though.
He rolled a gun, whatever that is.
It appears this book was all bullshit. Then you see Frederick L. Jones on the book. Whoa, Warren,
He
stop.
starts laughing maniacally.
You see his teeth, his old man teeth.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I remember on it. So.
Oh, but that was the other thing. Like we all had different perspectives about Barrage when we made it. So
Oh yeah!
we
Ooh.
did.
Wow, I was blindsided. I'm like, so here I printed all these images. We're ready to upload it in DeviantArt. No! You crazy? I'm like, but I thought that was the whole point.
Whoa.
how about our stellar marketing effort? Freaking. No, well, it's my opinion that you have to post once every week. No, it's my opinion that you have to post 3 times every single day.
Yo, I think we should really end this podcast if this is the best we got.
It probably, yeah.
So, as always, kids, links will be provided below. Follow us at our Facebook page, Just Barrage, or join our Facebook group at Barrage Crew. Our YouTube playlist, where you can listen to all podcasts from here, episode 0, J Talk and Comics and Chill, and other things like that. All will be provided below. If you would like to be part of Barrage Magazine, please stay tuned for further information. We'll be sure to let you know if it actually happens.
Warren, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Don't worry, I can pull the bullet out.
I hope so, Warren, because that doctor's fee is going to be really expensive.
Dude, I wasn't even paying attention. I zoned out. Yo, if you guys could please leave a comment of what you guys feel about Marvel adding so many black people in their roster.
Why didn't we talk about that? No, I'm joking. It's fine. We don't have to.
That's
Also, please remember that you shouldn't regret the decisions you make in life. You should use it to make yourself stronger and understand yourself, because that was the good part of this conversation.
Because you're not supposed to feel good about all your decisions, kids.
Yeah.
Oh, especially your first and second love. Ooh.
Yeah. Their decisions, too.
They're both speaking from experience. I have no idea what they're talking about.
That time when you like decide, I don't need a condom, we'll be fine this time. Ooh.
Oh, funny. Here we go. Classic.
But
Nice.
yeah, remember, black people lives matter and cops lives matter, and your life does not matter because you're a failure and you give up in life.
But
All
my
right.
life matters.
Have fun watching the Olympics, kids.
Oh yeah, yeah. We didn't talk about black people because most of our fans are Michael Tony, and I don't want to lose them. So
I like how you name drop. Oh, we lost him. We lost the boys.
this is the Saturday AM. We could name block.
Thank you, DC, for sponsoring us today. Remember, kids, you can purchase the Static Shock Blu-ray collection from Amazon at the following links. Go fuck yourself.
Or you could buy from eBay and not give DC any type of money.
And remember that Saturday AM is hiring writers and editors.
Yeah, so if you're interested in getting involved in a digital magazine that is a little bit more legit than our own, you
for a possibility of getting paid.
it's actually
a little bit more legit.
a little bit more legit, as in they actually have a team behind them and a bunch of comic series. We only have like what, 3? But that's besides.
Yeah, that's a team.
It's a team, yes, but not a very large team. We're like an indie developer, and they're like, well, they're also an indie developer.
No, we're Team Rocket, bruh.
Team Rocket? Wait, who's me?
I do wonder the 3 people that we have under our staff actually know they're under our staff.
Yeah. I mean, the only 3 people under our staff are us 3.
Oh, I thought you were talking about life sucks with these losers.
No.
And Globe.
They're not part of the staff. They were contributors.
Well, they should be. They should be part of the staff. What am I paying you guys for?
You don't pay me at all, Tony. That's the problem. No, I'm joking.
Why is this podcast still on?
We got 4 minutes, Warren. We're gonna kill
4 minutes.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, let's do this.
So yeah, let's keep talking about Barrage.
Yo, why does commentary suck so much?
What I wanted to say was this: for the Saturday AM thing, if you guys are interested for the writer position or the editor position, just keep in mind that it is going to be, according to what White said in some posts on DeviantArt, it's going to be a commission-based pay, and they're also willing to groom you into the role. So don't be afraid to apply if you don't have all the credentials.
Yeah, don't. And remember, kids, even if you do regret it, it's still a lesson learned. And anyways, for Commentary, Tony, you'd probably like it when the dub comes out. But
no, I was reading. I was bored.
Wait, you can read commentary? I thought it was an anime like thing.
No.
I didn't think it was a manga first.
Yeah,
there's a sub. Oh man.
Oh jeez. Oh, the sub. That's what you're talking about. I thought you said you were reading it, and that's why I thought it was.
That's what you do when you sub. You're not watching it. You're just reading it.
To be fair, I didn't hate all of Commentary. I think it was up till episode 4, and then the hype just died.
You know what's funny? Digibro thinks the same thing, and you hate Digibro, so.
I don't hate Digibro. I just mildly despise him.
That's the same thing.
I'm in anger and hate. Awesome.
You don't know true anger. You haven't seen the true Amit yet.
Now remember, kids, please look forward to the triple combo pack, which is Project Shitstain, X, and Project Untitled. Because this podcast,
etc. all. 2 minutes, Warren. 2 minutes.
Yo, wait. If you're still here, please tag Digibro in the comments.
No, we do actually have one
video.
person here.
Share the video with Digibro.
Hi, one person.
Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
Thanks, one person.
Warren doesn't appreciate it, but I appreciate it.
I don't.
You, you're awesome, friend.
I'm just seeing them as Mume right now.
Yeah, that's why you despise them too, right? Slightly despise.
Mildly, Amit. It's like a flavor of curry, all right.
Yo, I had curry today. 2 types of curry. It was pretty good.
I'm so hungry. I want a Philly cheesesteak.
I'm probably gonna get some more curry after this. We got 1 minute, guys. Almost there. But yeah, if you're watching right now, you can shut it off. We're gonna close out.
Yeah, we're done. I mean,
we're just trying to hit that 1 hour mark.
Yeah, there's the janitor. He's just sweeping up all the.
There's a bug in my room. Wow, I just hit him off in the face.
Remember.
Greatness is within.
Yo, you know what would be awesome? Digibro and the guy from his mother's basement, like a feuding together in a podcast. That would be awesome.
But wait,
it is. It was a 5-hour podcast, and the guy from my podcast just was part of it.
You serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you're missing out, man.
They talked about their thoughts on every anime for the spring season. Nuts. And naturally, they all love Cabanieri episode 1 through 3 because they're all fucking.
And with that, we're gonna end the stream. Peace out.
No, we're not. I got inspiration.
Sure you did.
Hashtag Barrage.
True.
If you ever, I got it.
All right, peace out, guys.